talk about media problems and how that media's basically affected society. And I chose to do this topic because I feel like we relate to it the most because we see it on social media all the time. We see how people are being certain groups of people are being displayed by the media's opinion and how it affects society as one. So the first topic I want to talk about is the feminist political economy. And in the reading, it pretty much addresses the media's objective to portray women, ultimately making them feel like they need to look or act a certain way by society's image, and how we feel like how they feel like they'll be accepted in society. And a perfect example was when we watched the TV show What Not to Wear. When we watched the episode in the class, the hosts were being very disrespectful to the woman and letting her know that she needs to dress good and put makeup on, or like dress better than what she does, and put makeup on to feel pretty and to look pretty. Pretty much making the woman feel like she wasn't accepted for the way she looks. And what surprised me about that is that the show aired in 2012, and I felt like as a society, like as one, I felt like we were past that, and we weren't looking at people for how they look and making them feel insecure, and that they wouldn't be accepted if they look like that. The feminist political economy in the reading educates us how the media uses like pretty much gender-based opinions and stereotypes to separate genders ultimately, and like advertising different ways to appeal to both crowds. But like what concerns me is that, for example, if you go to the Vikings team store at the Mall of America, outside the store there's like Vikings cheerleaders dressed in like sexually appealing attire, and what that's supposed to do is the business is using the women to look a certain way to attract people so that they could walk into the store and make a purchase. And me personally, if I was I don't know, like maybe the cheerleaders do like their job and they do like what they're doing, but like me personally, if I was a woman, I would feel attacked and rhetorical media analysis. And this pretty much ties back into the previous one. The term rhetoric is when an action is done to influence other humans to do the same. So like the role that the media is playing here is they're trying to get people to buy something based on like influence. So like a good example to like grasp your understanding is how like public figures or like famous people, businesses and like promotional businesses use them to like promote their business, whether it's like a hair product company, a shoe brand, like any clothing, just any pretty much business that you could think of that could benefit people and they can make money off. But they use these famous people, these public figures, so they could post something on their social media, because since they have a large following and a large fan base, and people are influenced to buy or go to the event that public figure is promoting, just because of how much they look up to them, and they feel as though like, oh, if they're doing it, maybe I should do it too. And like I feel like that's just a problem in society. I feel like we look, and the role the media plays in that is that it makes these people look so big and amazing and stuff, that like we look up to them and we glorify these people just because of what they do and who they are, when really they're just normal people like us. And the media does a really good job of exaggerating these people and glorifying them. Another connection I had with rhetorical media is like the way Donald Trump's campaign ads and intentions like consist of forcing harsh punishments and like driving illegal immigrants out the country. And pretty much like when we're exposed to all this information over and over and over, like as just people, you begin to gain a stronger opinion on something, whether you like it or not. So by seeing this all over media, by Donald Trump talking about how we need to improve immigration and stuff, and these immigrants are criminals and all that. That is feeding information to our minds, and we are pretty much trained to make an opinion on it. And so the role the media is playing in this is by continuously showing us things like this, people begin to believe that, and it's just a very dangerous direction that like you can head towards as an individual. Cultural analysis. So culture can be summarized as like a way of life. It's pretty much, in my own words, the unique aspect of that makes our lives different. The role the media plays in this is educating and giving us a representation of different cultures. The way I see culture is how things you do daily and the way like it impacts your life. So certain routines you could do, like it can even be like the music you listen to and how that the music you listen to impacts your life. For example, like rap music. You listen to rap and you find you have a favorite artist and you really look up to them. So you're gonna start, maybe you're gonna start dressing like them, buy their merchandise or whatever they're selling. Otto and Mac address the cultural and ideology structure of how we view the world. They also talk about how the hegemonic norm, sorry if I mispronounced that, essentially it's like the things we consent through participating, and the ideology of how we view the world trains us to consent. One of the examples using is, again, Colin Kaepernick, an NFL football player who refused to stand during the national anthem before football games to protest against police brutality and other injustices that arise in our country. And the media and the NFL did an unfair representation of Colin's protest, resulting people to believe that he doesn't care about the country and that he's, showing disrespect to the U.S. military. But really, it's him expressing himself peacefully about like what he felt was right, and that he needs that needs more attention on. And the hegemony role, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that again, but the hegemony role in media is ensuring the action that doesn't change the power structure. So pretty much that you can protest as much as you want, but like you're not in power. That's what the hegemony structure is based on. The way I view media is an influencer. It's a news outlet for people to see. So whatever we are reading or seeing every day, online, billboards, everywhere, we base an opinion on. Our opinion gets stronger, like I said, every time we see or hear about it. The reading also talks about stereotypes, and stereotypes definitely affect people's opinion. And one way of learning about a stereotype is through media. You're constantly fed this information, and then you base an opinion on it. But what you're fed is like can get stuck in your head sometimes. The danger of stereotypes, whether they are positive or negative, is it alters your opinion. Again, like before you even get the chance to make one. Like for example, common stereotypes generated by the media about a black man: dangerous, deadbeat, growing up to either be in jail or a drug dealer. And like I said, like if you hear all this information before you ever get the chance to personally meet a black man and make your own opinion on, like that's what's gonna be in your head, and that's what's sad and dangerous about. So the last one, the ecological analysis. It's a development of technology and its role in our society, and it's pretty much affected us in everywhere you can think of possible, mentally, emotionally, socially, physically. Yeah, even physically. Like we're so lazy because we just want to sit on our phones all day, but when you gotta go to work or go to school and things like that. Its impact it's had on the entertainment business is big. Media ecologies. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not good with these words. Paraphrased by me, it looks into how media communication affects human perception, and that's according to Otto and Mac. I'm sorry. As a society, we're so attached to our phones because they stick with us. We bring it everywhere and constantly are on it. So, yeah, I guess in a way it has improved the way of life communication advancements, like we're able to call and text somebody that's not here. Back in the day, it's like you make plans with somebody, and if they don't show up, it would be this. And again, this is before phones. You don't even know, like, what's going on with them. So it's definitely helped us in that way. But I feel like we're so attached to our phones, and like we're so excited. We get so excited from an Instagram like or a Facebook comment or something like that, and we quick to check our phones, even when we're at school or work or anything like that. And I feel like phones and the advancement of technology really takes away from overuse, I should say, overuse of technology really takes away of like enjoying the overall life and outside, and like just basic human interactions, I guess, physical interactions. But and the role the media has played in that is the way it's advertised technology. Like, the new iPhone comes out, and every kid is just so excited and wants to get that. And like the advertisement part of media, the role that's played in that has definitely affected the advancement of technology, basically increasing more purchases. So overall, media-based problems that has impacted our lives so much that we even learn about media problems through media. Overall, I feel like as a society, we need to learn how to make and base an opinion on our own instead of letting other people's opinions alter yours, unless it's truly for your own benefit. That being said, thank you and bye.